You know, Dorian, you're always getting me to consider alternate points of view that I never would have thought of. If it wasn't for you, David Icke wouldn't be on this show. Let's be real. You were always telling me about David back in the day when I thought he was crazy. You were always talking about vaccines back when I thought that was crazy. You've always encouraged me to experience and think about different points of view. So I really appreciate you, Dorian. You've always been ahead of your time. And first of all, thanks for that. And I'd love to get your take on all of this stuff going on.
Well, I don't know, man. Sometimes I think I'm in a bad disaster movie or a Twilight Zone or something. It's a real strange feeling. And obviously being, I like to know what's going on always. And the picture I'm getting from what's going on and the picture that I'm seeing in the media, it's two totally different pictures. And I keep finding and seeing more information and think, wow, that's great. That's going to come out now. Like the doctors in California that did the survey and, they tested, I don't know how many people it was, thousands or whatever, but they did a sample of the population, tested them, saw how many people were positive. There was a certain percent, I don't know, it was like 15% or whatever. So divided that by the number of deaths and came up with a calculation that was a death rate of 0.03, just like the flu. Wow, that's great. That's going to come out now. Well, I didn't see it anywhere, and then I see their videos taken down. So it seems to be like any kind of information that's really challenging the official narrative is being censored, is being taken down. So we're losing our freedom of speech. And the question is, why are they being taken down? But in my mind, when they're taking the information down, then there's something there you need to look at. It's almost like a validation. Wow, you must have touched a nerve there, otherwise they wouldn't take that down. Because I don't hear anybody saying, let's go out on the streets and riot, let's go burn down 5G towers, let's do this, let's do that. Okay, I can understand that might be something you might want to censor, but nobody's saying that. It's just a flow of information. And without the correct information, you can't get a perspective. You can't get a good view on the situation. So it's hampering people getting a handle on the situation. If they're only exposed to the state media, I mean, I guess this is like the way it was in Soviet Russia or communist China. I mean, believe it or not, we're there. We're almost there, right? This happened in how long? 2 months. This whole situation's evolved in 2 months. So as far as the virus, is there a virus? Is there not a virus? Is a virus something that's generated inside your own body, inside the cells, which is something I was not familiar with, but I understand there's a school of thought out there that is the case. And I don't know, man. I don't know. But it's been interesting. I never read about a virus before. Why would I? But when this whole thing came up, I started doing some reading and researching, and the strange coincidence, or there are no coincidences, actually, but we could call it coincidence, is that as you got David Icke on London Real and started, he started sharing his information, and whether I believe all that or not, it's irrelevant. And I'm doing my own research. I'm like, hey, Brian, pestering you. You should get this guy on now. Dr. Bhuta, you should get him on there. And it's great. He's spreading a lot of great information. Yeah, I know. I got him on. Then I thought, Brian, you should get this Judy Mikovits on the show. I didn't even need to message you. I saw that she's the next guest you're getting on there. So you're getting great information out on London Real. That's great. More people are becoming aware and waking up. But still a lot of people are just, they're just hypnotized by the media and the story they're giving, which is untrue in many ways. And we know that because people are talking out. Doctors are talking out. Nurses are talking out. Even under duress. I know that, I don't know if it's all the hospitals. There have been some hospitals that have had to sign an agreement that don't talk about this outside the hospital. Why would you do that? Why would you have to sign that agreement? What is it so scary that you can't talk about? Then we've seen stories about hospitals being, inundated, overloaded. The staff can't handle it, and we've even seen stuff on the TV. I saw a hospital in New York, and I think it was in Queens, where there was a story about the truck. Refrigerated truck has to take bodies out in body bags. There's so many bodies, and people have got phones now, and they've got cameras on their phones. It's not like before where we're just going to look what's on TV and take it for granted. So the very same day, people were going out in Queens and filming a hospital, and it's empty. It's like a ghost hospital. Nobody's there. So there's two different. There's reality, and there's a story coming from the media, which is designed to scare people, and it's done a pretty good job, man.